Everybody, this is Mike D. Commentating on this. Oh, that 11 almost went. That was a big shot.
可以的，都可以的。
Yeah, they had shape on the 15, good enough shape on the back.
我不知道，我昨天就换了一个解析度，因为它那个快幕在我边上头太小，然后就设定那个小一点，然后接下来我一路就突然黑掉，然后我天幕连不上，把这个连不上，就全部都连不上，然后我就完全无法操作。然后我有一些欠不在我电脑，我不想在这边直接点过一次，就会可能会掉一些功能，所以我要等这边处理这样。我现在这边就在
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
看我画面的。我现在在这边就是我把功能推了，应该有空的，现在没来。
So give me a minute and we'll see after these 8 ball shots.
这是我笔电萤幕大小的。这画面是你这个电脑这台就是家庭的。我刚刚已经可以看到了，但是在你重开机之前，它整个完全连不上去，我什么远端的都连不进去，我有2个远端的。OK， 好，我先忙一下，我改动，谢啦。家里还好吗？你的手机好像没有电。然后也很如此，我一直在各种监视器里面找你们，然后我还看到你们刚刚遛完狗2点多的。啊，对，你要按一下那个AC Outlet 要把它打开，它会自己关掉。我觉得还不错哎。
Somebody just asked me this, and I want to say a reminder. We do have Western BCA ventures. Savage Billiards will have them, but they will not have them until probably around 4:30 today. So don't keep bugging them. Just let me know that's where they will be.
All right, we are back. All right, taking the 2 ball, I believe. Nice stroke. Yep, 2 in. 2 ball falls short, so that's doing just fine. I believe the 6 ball goes, especially with that 15 ball. It's just part of the big run. Okay, so yeah, again, I think that 6 ball goes, especially off the 15. That's better. Thank you. All right, she's thinking about it, and she doesn't really have a lot of other options. I'm not sure the 1 goes, to be real honest with you. So I think that's her only shot, is what I'm getting at when I say that. Nice, it's in. Hey, that was a great shot. That was not easy. Now, if it's me, I would want to see them take this 2 ball and use it as an opportunity to break out the 3. Maybe with some draw to get shape on the 1 ball as a just in case. We'll see what happens. Yeah, and that looks like that's what they're opting to. I say they because I'm not sure quite who is who, but we're just gonna look at that. Okay, unfortunately, that 3 ball bounced back and is not makeable. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So the 7 goes. They're just gonna have to see what they want to do if they want to try and figure this out. The 3 ball goes to the top left-hand corner pocket. So you'd have to get shape underneath that 3 ball. Short side is I'm a walker. I'm a pacer. Nervous energy. I stand when I commentate, and people aren't used to it sometimes. I also have restless leg syndrome. If you want to talk about my medical diagnosis, so yeah, I like to stand. It's possible to get underneath that 3 ball. I gotta say, I would like to see them take the 7 right now, just because the 7's a little funny. Yeah, and they're taking the 1, which I understand. I'm just saying, the 1 ball's a little easier to get shape on later on in the game. The 7 ball needs a specific spot. But that was the positive of taking the 1, is it led you to the breakout. But as you see what I'm talking about with the 7, I'm not saying that was the wrong shot. I'm just saying that it's going to be tough to get back on the 7 ball, as you can see now. Ogopogie? That is a Bad Boy shirt, I believe. That was Bad Boy's event in Canada. Ogopogo, I believe is how you say it. Bad Boys has a booth here. All right, now maybe breaking out the 7. Maybe just sending that cue ball right back over to the 10-8-7 for the breakout and crossing the swingers. All right, so, listen, that's going to happen. I like what he was trying to do. He was hoping to avoid the side pocket, hit the rail, bounce back out, shape on the 7. Was a decent idea. The 10 ball is her problem ball. Okay, and I understand why she's not starting with the 10. I don't think it has a pocket, but the 10 is the problem ball. So I'm hoping she's got some sort of plan. That's gonna, yeah, that's a problem, folks. I don't know how else to say it. That's a problem. So her partner doesn't have a shape on another ball, and they don't have a solution for the 10 ball. Yeah. I guess I would advise a slow roll onto the 13 ball to hook their opponent from hitting the 7 ball. And then from there, you hope that they do a jump or something. I'd say wacky, but you're hoping that they do a jump to the 7, miss the 7, and break up that cluster of 7, 8, 10. But I definitely would recommend a slow roll into the 13 ball for. And by the way, I know she's not doing that. That's what I would recommend: a slow roll to the 13 ball for the natural hook using the 14, and let their opponents deal with the 7 ball, 10 ball, 8 ball mess. Instead, it looks like she's banking to the side. Oh.
Mayers and Russ to the tournament, please.
Okay. So here's what happened. She made that ball and called a safety. So that makes a lot more sense then, because I was definitely curious as to what her master plan was. She had a master plan. Whoever you are, you're watching this later and you're thinking that commentator didn't know what I did. You're right, I didn't know what you did, and now I do know what you did, and it seems a lot smarter. Well done. That was a smart shot. Make the ball play safety. The only thing I would do differently is instead of making the ball, put it right in the jaws so you have a duck later. Pocketing the ball didn't do you really any good, and having a duck later, it can be really advantageous. But I give you credit for playing a smart shot, and I apologize. I doubted your intelligence. All right. Just look at the corner here. Yeah, I like the shot. Yeah, that made a lot of sense doing that. Again, I'd like to see another safety. 8-ball is especially bar table 8-ball is the chess of bar table. And it encompasses a lot more than just pocketing the ball. And here would be another situation. I would recommend playing a safety. And don't make the 15. These are your pawns. These are your soldiers. You don't want to make them. You want them on the table. They will help you later have options. But you do want to get a rail and leave it close to the pocket. That was a great shot. Well done. I would recommend slow rolling the 7-ball to the 13 and just leave it married to the 13 ball. That way stripes can't run out. Looks like maybe going for the bank, but yeah, that's the problem with the bank is the double kiss. You had to aim it pretty wide. Actually got closer than I would have thought it got. All right, and yeah, here's the important part about kind of going for it is you left her looking pretty good for the run out. Ooh. When you see stuff like that, you got to remember this is a big tournament. You're surrounded by people. She's aware that she's being live streamed. So many things that add pressure to what, if you were doing that at midnight at your house in your home table, it might be an easy shot. But here under pressure, even an easy shot can really, really get kind of daunting. I think, yeah, she's got to bank it. Yeah, she's banking the 7. I think that's a good move. Yeah, I don't see any other great safeties. That's normally I would advise kind of a safety. But the 7 banks, technically it goes. It's not easy, but it goes. And I don't see any better shot. That sure says dang. We're at Chinook Winds, Lincoln City, Oregon, Western BCA, 2025, and this is the EvoSports live stream. EvoSports streaming 6 tables from this event. Pretty amazing. EvoSports is the future. Don't doubt it. Oh gosh, I thought that was going to rub off the 13 and go in the corner. All right. Stripes has a good chance of winning this year. I would start out with the 15, full stroke, maybe a little top right, bring that cue ball back up to where the 15 is, or a little closer to the 13 even would be better. Again, with the pressure of a tournament like this, close is good. So we'll see. But yeah, if she can leave her good, natural, straight in shape on the 13, she's got shape on the 8. I like it. Somebody's rubbed my shoulders. I'll take it. How's it going? How's it going? Good to see you, Justin. Yeah, I like this. I like this move. Yeah. Yeah, just really want to focus. I like how she's taking her time. I like how she aimed. That's called pre-shot routine. And that was a good, solid pre-shot routine. So, yeah, straight in on the 8. I like it. Bob Blue Billiards, another sponsor of EvoSports, and I guess of the whole Western BCA event down here, J Flowers. If you're not doing anything other than just kind of watching this and you want to check something out, go to the J Flowers website and look at their cues. You will be amazed at the prices. You can get a whole cue for about as much as you can get just a carbon fiber shaft from other companies. And they hit good. I play good. I'm a 645 Fargo player, and I played with their cues, and they play good, legitimately. Their carbon fiber is real. It's good stuff. Yeah, I'm a fan. And they have some beautiful cues, and like I say, affordable. It's just nice to see cues that are affordable. All right, 2-1. Okay, and this is gold Scotch. All right, I'm freeing that on the screen. Okay, so this is gold division. So you want to keep that in mind too when you're looking at skill level, but that's what an event like this is for all skill levels. Shu Chang, did you win that? I'm going to assume they won. Oh, good break. 1 on the side. Almost 6 on the side. 2, 4. 2, 4, 6. All right, so 1 solid and I think 1 strike. 2, 4, 6. Yep. Yeah, 1 solid, 1 strike. Great break. That is a run-out break right there. 15 and the 2 ball, I would say, are the problem balls. And the 10 over by the side pocket, probably that's my least favorite place for an object ball to be. Doesn't mean it's impossible, but it's my least favorite. If you're choosing stripes, you definitely want to start out. Well, I don't know. The 14 is a problem. The 14 doesn't go because of the 6. I would, if it's me, I take solids right now and I leave that 6 ball there as insurance because it keeps stripes from running all the way out. And I know she's not doing that, but I'm telling you what, I do. So 14-6 combo, I believe, is what she's starting out. All right. So unfortunately, no shape. Yeah. Calling the 3 in the side pocket. That's a sharp angle, but it's makeable, I would say. Ooh! Oh, great shot. Well done. Hey, that was tough action right there. All right, 5 on the side. That 3 ball was big. That was a big shot. Well done. All right, so I don't know if making the 7 following it straight is an opportunity to get on the 2 ball. But I can tell you the 2's the problem right now. Also, looking at it, I'm realizing that he can make the 4 and swing to the left-hand side of the table and make the 2 in the bottom right-hand corner pocket. We'll see. I'm also going to tell you, I'm old. and I would grab that magic rack. It adds clutter to the table, and you never know if it could change the roll of the ball. If it's slowly rolling on it, it will change the roll. Like that speed right there that we're talking about. Yeah, that affects where that rolls. I've noticed that the cue ball stopped exactly in the V of the magic rack. I would have to say it stopped the cue ball. Yeah, just 2 players out there as you go. Just keep that in mind. We're taking a second grabbing that magic rack. You don't want anything on the table that's going to alter the roll of the ball. It might alter it your way, but it might alter it in a way that you don't like. And either way, it's not really kosher. It's better to not have it on the table. That's my advice for the magic rack. I'm sure you guys are thrilled to get it. She does not have a great shot. I would almost have to break out the bridge and try and racer think cut this cue ball to the bottom left-hand corner pocket. Yeah, and I gotta say, looking at the racer thin cut on the 2 ball, I'm not sure I love that shot either. She's got problems. How's that? Sometimes it's hard to tell on the monitor what's going on. It's possible that 4 ball goes right in the side pocket, and I'm about to be proven to be a little crazy. Yeah, I just saw her subtly change her aim about 3 times there, trying to avoid hitting the 9 ball. So I just don't think it goes. Okay. Top right, she's calling it. I think she's figuring hitting it with speed off of that striped ball, or we'll call it 13 ball, and having it go straight up. Hey, great shot. Great shot. Good effort. Listen, scratching was just bad luck. That was a great shot. And she was a half inch from making it, seriously. That was a great try. Great idea. All right, so if it's me, I'm starting with the 13 or the 10 with a little bit of frustration because really it's the 9-15 I want to deal with. So yeah, maybe 10 to the 9 to the 15.
You keep telling yourself that.
Deal with. Yeah, okay, so I mean, if you can see what you have to do, it's pretty easy to leave yourself a combo in the 9-15, but who wants a combo? You know what I mean? The 9's in the way, and then the 8's in the way of putting the 9 on the bottom right-hand corner. Shape-wise, cue ball-wise, that's why I would have advised starting with the 9-15. But like I say, you guys heard me say at the beginning of this, I hated the position of that 10 ball too. So, all right, yeah, I just don't know where this is going to right now. This was. No. I guess I'd like to see them take the 9 ball, slide over, and bump that 15 toward the corner pocket. A little bit of draw-ish. So that was the problem with not using draw. It went below. The draw would help pull it back a little bit and keep it on the upper side of the 15 ball. Well, you know, she can basically put that cue ball, leave the cue ball where the 15 is right now, and the opponent will not have much of a shot. They'll be hooked on the 4 ball, and they'll have a bank on the 2 ball, but, you know, sometimes they take that bet, similar to poker. where you got to play the hand that you got. You play it with the hand correctly, and if somebody draws 4 aces or something, then good for them. You still got to do the right thing with your hand. So, like I say, right now, I would suggest just slow roll at 15. I like it close to the pocket. So personally, I don't want to hit the 15 far. I want to just barely hit it, so it stays that. And then leave them, which admittedly is a pretty straight in bank on the 2 ball, but still, I'll take my chances. I like it. Yeah, I like it. Yep. Now this is a dead straight bank. I would recommend putting draw on this, and not to actually draw the cue ball, but to make that cue ball go straight and keep a tight straight angle on the rail. Yeah, and no left to right English. You don't want to affect that, and I would pop it. You don't want to slow roll this. It'll extend the angle if you slow roll it. You want to really pop this one. Yeah, I like that stroke. I like what I'm seeing. Good speed. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That was the shot. Well done. All right. Making the 4. I think I would like to top left used on the cue ball. Bring that cue ball around 2 rails. And then it depends on your speed, what you want to do. I almost like putting a full stroke on it so that I come down and leave for shape on the 8 ball in the left side pocket. And that might be a little scratchy, to be honest with you, too. We'll see.
Left you garbage anything.
I'll play that for the rest. Nice shirt, man. Thank you.
Oh, good shot. Good shot. Good shot. Yeah, natural shape on the 8. I like it. How's it going? All right, just 8 straight in the corner. Nice shot. Well done. All right, and I'm going to be honest with you again. I don't know who's who. I just sat down and I started commentating. So so somebody got on the hill. Okay, so that was them to get on the hill. That was either going to be 2-2 or somebody on the hill. What I have found over the years is, it's nice to know who's who, obviously, but to say I think they should play the 5 ball in the side pocket in a league situation like this, in a tournament like this, it can get so confusing, especially when we start doing teams. That's 4 people a team. You could get really lost. And so if you just kind of stick with the shots, just call it like it is. I'm lucky I don't have to keep score. That is an advantage I have. They're keeping their own score through the EvoSports tablet. Ooh, nice break. Yeah, and EvoSports is the future. Seriously. It is the way to go. I got one of the EvoSports tech guys next to me, Colin, working furiously on the computer, and I have no idea anything about computers, so I'm impressed. Just he looks like he knows what he's doing. Good job, Colin. Keep it up, man. I don't know what you're doing, but it looks smart, man. Keep it up. I can barely turn this thing on. All right, on the 2 in the corner. Not a lot of other options either. So the 3 ball goes. Everything goes. This is a run-outable rack. The 8 is going to be the difficult part. Ooh, don't marry that. Oh, I call that shoulder hooks, you guys. I think he was trying to get shape on the 5, and Yeah, shoulder hooked is just as bad as being dead behind the ball. Shoulder hook to me means when you're shoulder to shoulder and that hooks you. Ooh, 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 ooh. Like it was nothing, folks. Well done. Shape are great, but she didn't have a lot of options. She got up there and hit that. She is a good banker. I can tell just by the body language that she was doing that. She was confident. All right, so I don't have a lot of advice here. Yep. All right, she's kicking into 3. Well, this lady's got good pool IQ. She's not standing around thinking about what to do. She knew right away the only option is to kick that 3 in. You don't have to like it. You just have to do it. Yeah, so respect to her. Yeah, you just got to step up and make it happen. This is going to be a tough shot. The main things I would try and do is, 1, hit the 3 ball. Don't give ball hand. Also, if you could speed-wise...
Why did I have to do that?
Good shot. Good shot. It was a legal hit. We'll take it.
It didn't scratch, so that's okay.
Yeah, and if you hear, we have the tables mic'd up so you can hear her say, hey, it didn't scratch, I'll take it. I like that. I like that we have the tables mic'd up this time around. I believe that that's new. Colin, is that new that the tables are mic'd up this time?
Okay.
Is it new that the tables are mic'd up this time to where we can hear them talking?
Yeah, that's...
That wasn't 6 months ago, right?
Yeah.
Because I just heard one of the players talk about, oh, well, it didn't scratch. That's kind of cool.
Didn't feature in this event.
Okay, right. I like it, man. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's cool, man. Very cool.
You can hear player talk, you can hear the
Yeah.
ball play, you can, like,
Yeah.
hear the sunshine,
I like it, man. No, that's awesome.
even the ball rolling inside the rack.
Yeah, as it comes for the rack. That's cool, Colin. I like it, man. EvoSports, the future. Believe it. All right. I like her odds of getting out here, actually. And she's got some nice insurance with that 3 ball's kind of tough. Any center of the bottom small rail, short rail, is easy to play safety on, is what I'm getting at. So every single one of these shots, if you're stripes, you want to at least give a little thought of, hey, if I missed, do they have a shot? And if they do, maybe take a different shot. It's pretty easy to play safe on this, where the 3 is. Oh, do not scratch. Nice. Okay. I think the 14 is the ball closer to the long rail. I believe it goes in the side pocket. It's just a little touchy. And I think getting shape on the 15 from it is touchy too. Yeah, I might have to take that 14 ball first. Especially because the 3 is going to be not quite makeable if I move it. I'm worried about getting... Yeah, okay. No, that turned out pretty perfect, actually. Pop that 15 in and send the cue ball over to the right-hand side of the table. Natural shape on the 14. And you don't even need to worry about shape on the 8 ball. The 8 ball's 3 inches from the pocket. Again, Chinook wins Casino Resort, Lincoln City, 2025. Here's our Biggle Box logo on the top left. Sponsored by. That's pretty cool. PNW pool thing. I forgot to play a lot of matches. Great shape on this stripe. Now, yeah, in a perfect world, you just basically slow roll that stripe in, with the idea that if you miss it, it's okay. They don't have a shot on the 3. Don't drive yourself crazy. I'll just slow roll it in, and if it goes, your partner has shape on the 8. It's kind of one thing at a time. Nice. Good shot. Wipes its feet going in through the door is what they say on something like that, where it hits the rail pretty heavy, but it still went. All right, 8 in the corner. Babalu Billiards, one of our sponsors. Nice. Do not scratch. Could have been done with a little more care. Great shot. All right, and that was the match. Thanks for everyone joining us here at EvoSports. So Mike D on the mic. Yeah, and check out one of our other EvoSports streams or on the Wire Creative Media. We are all here making this happen for Western BCA 2025 8-ball. We do this every 6 months. So, yeah, check it out. Tell a friend. Join League. Get 8 weeks in so you can come be a part of this. We got almost 80 tables here. It's an amazing event. All right, thank you, guys.